Okay, so today on the Dirty Kitchen, I've got these really huge gambas, these ginormous prawns. Just get a load of that. It's just ginormous. And we're going to make some garlic prawns out of those. Lots of garlic here. See, I've got 4 big bulbs of garlic. Lots of cloves in there. And we're going to make garlic prawns with the garlic, some great butter, some German butter, good quality German butter. Okay, and Dill and Continental parsley. Okay, let's move on, because we need a lot of garlic. Got lots of garlic here. You might be wondering, why I don't have the garlic mincer out, and that's because I don't believe it's necessary. You don't need all these fancy things to make garlic prawns. What you do need is good fresh garlic, which we have here. Dill is an essential part of garlic prawns. You've got to have fresh dill, right? You just got to have fresh dill. Gonna use lots of it. I'm just going to roughly chop the garlic, right? Because what we're going to do is we're going to put this into a butter, it's going to be a rich butter sauce. So we want big chunks of garlic. Roughly chopped, like that. You see that there? Get all of it here. Look at that, fantastic, and it's very aromatic, this garlic. This is European garlic, it's not Asian garlic. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to make use most of the garlic to make the garlic and butter for the garlic prawns, and then we're going to also cook these prawns with the garlic too. So I'm going to clean the heads first, partially, and take the guts out of the heads, but we're going to use them whole because they're really good prawns, and we'll use them whole like that. And then we're going to utilize some of these great Japanese kaki persimmons, and something special here in this jar over here. Okay, so we're going to take a big chunk of butter here. This is quite a big chunk of butter. I'm going to use that. Okay. Going to melt that butter. And we're going to put some garlic in there for a start, just to get that going, and a little bit of dill in there. Going to melt some butter in that. Okay, we're going to put some butter in there, and this garlic, all right? Make our garlic sauce here, and all of our dill, everything at once there. Look at that. Okay, and over here, melting this is just to cook the prawns in here. Just going to melt that. All right. So we're going to take off the heads. I want to put the heads back on as kind of like. We need to clean these out. I'm going to wash these out under the tap because I want to use the meat. Okay, we're going to clean them like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to breach the shell on the sides like this, just to let the garlic get in there. And I'll slice them up the middle here, okay? First, we're going to wash all of them like that, okay? like this, okay? Just in there like that. Can you see that there? No, just, okay, all right, like this, okay? I'm going to do that like that to get the garlic right into them, okay? And we're going to put this back inside the prawn. Need a lot of butter for this. Okay. I'll put that in there, put the heat back on. I'm going to put that in there. Lots of butter will melt that, okay. And we need to cut some parsley, fresh parsley as well. Okay, we're going to put that over there. Right, right. We've got that in there. We're just going to let that on very low heat in there because we want to let all the aromatic material from the garlic, of course, go into the butter and totally infuse into the butter with the dill and the garlic. So we're just going to slightly boil that, very slightly, okay. So what I'm doing here is, I just want to cut them up because there's such large prawns to help them cook, right? Okay, right. So the idea is before we cook the prawns, we must have this ready in here. This is important. We've got to have this ready before we cook the prawns. Because the prawns won't take too long, but I don't want to overcook them either. Okay? Yeah, they're huge prawns, and they'll take a little bit to cook. We just get them into the pan there like that. They'll take a bit there to cook, and we're going to pour some of that garlic sauce onto them too. Put some of this in there, and we'll just cook them very slowly. Okay? Right, so the next step here is, this has been cooking away, I'm going to pour this onto the prawns, right, like that, all over the top of the prawns, and then we're going to cover them. So I need to get a cover. I'm going to move it onto the low heat because it's just too high a heat on the back. I want them to cook thoroughly. I'm going to turn them over in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these over because I want them to cook evenly on both sides. They're huge. Oops. Get all that flavour and garlic into them. They've been cooking in there for a bit. Now I'm going to add the parsley, just and let that just till it's wilted on top of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're just going to take these prawns out now. These are ready, and let's see, place one on there like that, and they're going to be served with the Japanese persimmons. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this garlic butter and just carefully pour it all over here. Okay, let's have a look at it. So there we have it. We've got fresh bread here. This is called a gruyère. We've got persimmon slices and our garlic butter prawns, and we're going to tuck into that right now. Right, and I'm just going to add an accompaniment here on the side of the plate, a little bit of Quince jam. All right, there you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Garlic prawns, giant gambas, or garlic prawns with a bit of quince jam and fresh persimmon over there. Okay. All my love has gone into this meal. Just absolutely delicious. And my son here is just devouring it at a rate of knots.